1, 2, 1, 2. You can make change if you want to.
Good afternoon,
get a
good
bit
morning, good evening, good night,
Today's a great
depending on
day
where
to
you
be
are
great and to make tomorrow
in this
better than
world.
yesterday.
I am
Bobby Boucher. Did you
Jeff
drink your
McKinney.
water, boy? Did you think of all the
I
boys and all the
am
girls
the
in the world who
techpreneur.
needed help
I
and
am
looked
the
at us
wing
to lead a
king.
better way?
I am the
1, 2,
techpreneur
great. 1,
for the
2,
people.
great. 1, 2, great. Can't wait till it's too late. This is our chance.
And this is the TechP What's the What show. This is a format that I've created and amongst a few, and I'll talk about the strategy of what we're creating and why here at Ontegration. I am the founder of Ontegration. TechP is an artist and is a result of, so I've learned over the last few weeks, is a result of my need to find a way to cope through extensive amounts of time of being under duress and stress from challenges that I faced while in corporate America. And so currently we are working through those things, and I don't like to spend time speaking about them because they don't make me feel good. And so just the other week, I tried to explain to my wife something that was going on with the legal side of us standing up for ourselves and representing ourselves to make sure that these types of things don't happen to other people. And I found myself just a few moments later over a toilet vomiting. And so at that moment, I had been trying to explain to my wife over the last few years that it just doesn't feel good to be Jeff. It feels better to be Tech P. And so that's why in this particular format, this is Tech P What's the What. It's a more relaxed feel, and I can come here and in an elevated sense, an elevated mindset, be able to talk about what is it that we're doing. And so I want to start off, and I always want to include and demonstrate the art of what it is that we do. And so just give me a moment here. Let's see if I can cue up and share some of the art of Tech P. Give me one moment. And boom. So this is the Techpreneur for the People Instagram profile. In this vignette, this is where I go to create art. It's really, in my mind, it's Afrofuturism. It's how I am leveraging art, my imagination, and my competence to be able to create solutions to deliver change. And so today I want to highlight a few pieces. Let's play this first one. This here is from the time we spent during Juneteenth in the Douglas community of Plano, supporting Terrence Wright, Ontegration client, and Hero, who did receive a favorable outcome in his system of bias and discrimination, and now has moved on to be a community advocate.
Tell me about yourself. Tell me about the Ontegration platform and the network.
My name is Jeff McKinney. I am the CEO and founder of Ontegration. A bit about myself. I am originally from Dallas, Texas, proud graduate of South Oak Cliff High School. I'm a graduate of Fisk University. Now, the idea of showing something like this is not to sit and listen to me talk. I've posted this everywhere, and maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. My guess is that you haven't, considering that the algorithm isn't designed to show the product in a clear, or the work product or the fruits of someone's labor in a very streamlined, easy to consume fashion. And so if you want to see this, it's in a few different places. I'll show you, but this is from that event. We're very, very proud of what the work that Terrence is doing. This is the art that I created just this morning. Let's give that a play.
Morning, it's Jeff.
techpreneur for the people. Coming in a new format today. Figured out to add some context to what it is. An update, some layers. Again, if you want to see this, it's out there. It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. But along with these pieces, this is the first time when that I actually mixed in my own voice audio into be a layer amongst a piece that I was creating. I actually write poetry to go along with it. Today I wrote, Jeff joined Dale for a third time. He did not realize when Jeff joined Dale for a third time, he did not realize ... It was a firing ring that systematically allowed torturing. Now TechP has PTSD, spells of vomiting, and their silence burns. This has to be what Johnny Cash meant by ring of fire. Sure feels like a ring of fire. So, you know, as a kid growing up, I remember being in my English AP classes and also in the academic decathlon, how much I enjoyed it. I enjoyed actually reading poetry. Never was really a writer, but through this journey of pain and coping and learning, I've transformed, and this is part of my healing and part of my passion, writing poetry and creating art, and it's Afrofuturism. So if you haven't and are not familiar with Afrofuturism, stay tuned. I'll continue to talk a lot about it. I actually picked up a book on Afrofuturism from the Black History Museum, African American Museum there in DC a couple months back. So wanted to show you guys that. What is all of this about? What is TechP up to? Well, it's about building community. Why is building community important? Because when you're surrounded by others and you have the right resources in your darkest hours, then it's not so scary, and you're not alone. And your probability of being a hero in your own story actually increases. We know that anything that happens to us was intended or is intended for our greater good, and to grow us and for us to prosper. That's something that is a promise. And so we don't always feel that way when we are alone and isolated in those times where things are, and for whatever reason, those dark spirits are pushing back on us. And so I felt that it was very necessary for us to build community to be able to support one another. And so in doing so, we build Ontegration. And so now I'm showing Ontegration. Let me give a moment for Ontegration to explain what it is this community is about.
Listen, we all face challenges. No matter who you are, what you do, and where you live, challenges arise. At Ontegration, we are your safe space. We support you through social media. We support you in the business world. We help your nonprofit organizations. We tell your stories that ignite hope and purpose. We are here to serve all people like you, to participate in all aspects of your life so you can navigate life successfully. Choose today. Ontegration, one purpose, unified.
So that is what Ontegration is envisioned for. And so when I go through, I want to show you what that looks like. This is our platform. Here are all of the different channels we have within the platform to be able to address the various needs and the various purposes of our community. Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to place people in a community that supports them, seeking first what it is they were created for, and then having the resources to attain their dreams. And so one of those that we support would be Mercury Hall of Mercury Universe. And so this is his space, and this is what he created for actually my wife's podcast and her pursuit of her dreams for Hey Girl in the Flow with These community of One Integration that you can see here. So I'll play that for just a moment. It's actually pretty cool.
Friends, thank you for tuning in. This is Hey Girl, the space where we empower and inspire women to find their flow. Powered by One Integration and specially curated for the women of Flow with Ease. I am your host, Cameron, aka Mama Stay Slain. Let's get this flow going. Welcome to this episode of Hey Girl.
So this guy Merck's got amazing talent, amazing gifts. He even created. Let's see. Let's let's share one more from Mercury Universe. Let's go with the Texennial Hall show entrance. This is a concept that we're working on to have some fun and talk about some real issues.
Crank it up!
So very early stage, but I don't know about you. This is unlike anything that I've ever seen before, and really, really, really excited. Internally to be able to support Merck's dreams and be able to demonstrate his gifts inside of our community. This is the vision, and we'd like to offer that to you as well. Speaking of that, do have the platforms of Flow with Ease. And so for women who are looking to collaborate and be in a community that's focused on growth and health and mental mindset, this is the space for you. So um, please sign into One Integration, join Flow with Ease. We also have a concept called the podcast stable. So the podcast stable is where we focus on doing lighter work, having lighter conversations, to allow myself to, for me personally, to escape from the heavier topics and the heavier work that I'm consumed by most times. And we invite others, and I'm inviting you and anyone else that wants to grow with One Integration to come and participate and be a part of the podcast stable. This is an episode that I shot last week, and I'll show just a bit of it, just that you can get a little bit of the concept. Haven't checked out One Integration, I'll leave the link to it in the comments for you to there. And it also just allows an outlet to do some less heavy work, to be honest with you. In my role as TechP, I've learned over the last few weeks, and so uh, we got to talk about these things. And I also have to have a platform, so says my therapist, to be able to do some less than heavy work. And so let's set that Jeff McKinney stuff to the side and let's get back to being Tech P. What is Tech P talking about at this moment? I got a call in 12 minutes. This was intended to be short. I want to say tomorrow at noon, I will be sitting down Central Standard Time, tuned in to see Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. Oh boy, did I sit down and watch that. Uh, Coach Prime's really doing some great work. But this is the podcast stable, so it's open to anyone that wants to join and that wants to participate. And so in closing of this particular episode of Tech P What's the What, I want to talk about the greater vision and what our needs are. And so let me get rid of get rid of this and talk about what our needs are. At One Integration, right now, we are here to, like I said, align people and support people in their pursuit of their purpose. But we also need to have the right resources to be able to do so. Right now, what we're in the need of are creatives. And when I say creatives, I mean those that have skill and gifts that they would like to contribute in the areas of pre and post production. When we get ready to tell the stories of how we help people overcome, we'll have a unlimited amount of success stories to tell how people are overcoming systems and oppression that historically just wasn't possible. And so I have a story. Terrence Wright has a story. There are others that we've supported that have their stories as well. And so now it's time to be able to get the people and the resources in place to be able to tell those stories in a way that inspires others to stand up, speak out, and also in as a result of whatever may be happening to them, search for the reason why and how it relates to their purpose, and then pursue that as well. And so pre and post production resources. We're going to write books. We're going to create short films and movies. So we need screenwriters and script writers. Uh, Another huge gap that we need lawyers. I don't know where the lawyers are. I see Ben Crump all over the place. I see Lee Merritt all over the place. I see lawyers, but I'm asking for the lawyers who want to help people to identify themselves, because I have people right now that are asking me, Jeff, where are the lawyers? And I'm saying, God, where are the lawyers? And now I'm saying to you, where are the lawyers? And so if you have lawyers who care about, if you are a lawyer or you have lawyers that care about humanity, we would like for you to reach out to us. You can reach out to me at Jeff at One Integration, or contact us at One Integration, or you can go to www.oneintegration.com and sign up as a provider, a legal provider on our website. And so we definitely need lawyers. Lastly, I alluded to this a moment ago. We are here as a team of resources. We call ourselves Our Diverse Perspectives. Our Diverse Perspectives is who creates and curates all of these things that you've seen today, and more. And we, as a team, an agency, are available to you and your pursuits of your goals as well. And so specifically, what does that mean? If you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, not only do we have, and I'll pull this up and show this again, not only do we have those resources, but we also have a community for you. And so when you go into One Integration, we have our ODPs, which stands for Our Diverse Perspective for Businesses and Entrepreneurs. We also have a unified business community. This will act as more like LinkedIn, but with no algorithm. You go on LinkedIn, or any other social media platform. I don't know how to get anything accomplished. We know that companies are mandating that their employees give them their credentials so that they can set up marketing automation to market to the networks of their employees. None of that here. This, when you log in to the unified business community of One Integration, it's going to be the voice of the person. And so we're already getting started with that. Here you can see the voice of Ed Cotter. So I'll play just a moment of that.
The boy, did you think of all the boys and all the girls in the world who needed help that lifted us to lead a better way?
Hello, my name is Jeffrey McKinney, and this is the Our Diverse Perspective Conversation Series. Today is an exciting time for me. I would say, we've done these in the past, and over the last 3 years, we've with just a sample, you can see the type of conversations and what we're doing. Ed is a great person with a great heart that I met on LinkedIn. Reached out, we started building a relationship. We jumped on and we did a podcast. You can watch it, you can see it there inside of in One Integration in the Our Diverse Perspectives Unified Business Community. And so specifically, another service we're offering is around for those companies that want to ensure that they have the proper resources to build world-class workplace culture. One of the things that I am really mindful about is not pointing out a problem and not having a solution. And so we realize that there's a great issue with whether or not HR is really doing the job of HR inside of these workspaces. We also have to, if we're going to be honest, be fair, we're going to have to ask, like, what is DEI, and do those people who hold those jobs, what have they been doing? We haven't seen any progress, and so we know that they've been getting paid, but really, what are they doing? And so I'm very, very keen on that DEI title and note and that acronym, and we've got to make sure that we give those uh, practitioners a path to actually make sure that they have the freedom to succeed, and if they are not succeeding, a place to go and say, hey, we need some help. And so we offer those services through our diverse perspectives, and also the services around making sure that workplaces have the workplace culture that is conducive of building great communities and great outcomes for their employees. We also have tech consulting. My background is in tech consulting. As you can see, I've got a lot of gifts, but over the last 20 years, you can go back and check my track record, and you'd find that I was fairly successful by way of selling technology, and it's a lot of the reason why I think about building solutions the way that I do. Overall, what we want to do with this Our Diverse Perspectives offering is for people that are dreamers, entrepreneurs, business decision makers. We want to give them an avenue to not have to wear every hat well. And so with that, I'd finish off and close this out with my virtual likeness, also created by our service, our virtual likeness service. So if you have a business need, or you see a use case of how we're leveraging our Merkmojis, definitely reach out, set up some time on our website, and we can have a consultation. But with that said, let's see what we have to say here, and we will sign back on later on this week, provide some more updates. This has been TechP What's the What. I am TechP, aka Jeff McKinney, aka the Wing King, aka the Techpreneur for the people. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
At Our Diverse Perspectives, we focus on supporting business owners and entrepreneurs so that communities prosper. To learn more about how we can support you, please visit www.ourdiverseperspectives.com. Sign up for your evaluation today.